It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo parade for 5. What big teeth a hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. Nice to have you here today. 2 great middle schools here to play our game, one of whom could become our second quarterfinalist in this year's competition, our 38th year of Science Bowl here in PGCPS. Let's meet today's teams. First, from Andrew Jackson Middle School, say hello to Natalie. Natalie is here. They're all wearing their school colors, purple. Zamira is here. She's back again, an 8th grader this year. She was a 7th grader last year and a first-time contestant. Prince Will, nice to have you here, young man. Good luck to you today. And they'll be playing against Samuel Ogle Middle School. Say hello to Camille, new on our program here, an 8th grader. Brad, nice to have you back. You were here last year, and a first-time contestant. Ben is over there. Nice to have you, Ben. You know, here in the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty, with the easier questions on the left, the tougher ones on the right. But we have 6 categories. And if you're not familiar with our program, let's tell you what those 6 categories are.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's science potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And our game board, as I was just saying, questions arranged according to difficulty. Easier questions on the left worth 5 and 10 points. Tougher ones, 15, 20, ultimately 25, the toughest in each of those categories. We start our teams out with 50 points apiece. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. End of the 2 rounds, one of these 2 very smart and very good-looking teams will come back and play our game again. And we'll go over now and make sure everything is working properly before we start. We'll be going alphabetically, A before S, so Andrew Jackson will be first. Let's go to Zamara. Would you try your buzzer, please? The red team looks like it's ready and raring to go. How about Brad? Would you try the green team's buzzer? All right, it also looks like it is in good shape. All of you guys have won just by being here. You're representing your schools, you're ambassadors for your school. May the better team win, and let's just have a good time today. All right, let's play the bowl. Andrew Jackson, Zamara, give me a category and a number.
Green things 10.
Green for 10 points. A sign painted on a vegetable truck recently, they had a little bit of fun, said, "Let us deliver the freshest produce to your door." But lettuce wasn't spelled L-E-T-U-S. How did they spell it? Brad.
L-E-T-T-U-C-E.
That's right, lettuce, the vegetable. You got it. Thanks for playing along there. Good, 10 points. Go, Brad.
Dateline Science for 10.
Dateline for 10 points. Scientists were shocked recently to see that these apex predators of the ocean have been attacking and sinking sailboats. And even, yes, Ogle.
Okay, apex predator ocean. Orca?
Orca, absolutely right. They're even attacking and killing and eating blue whales, if you can imagine. These are just vicious predators. All right, you're off to a quick start. Go, Brad.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points. Here's your question. If someone is on a paleo diet, P-A-L-E-O, reminiscent of what cavemen used to eat, there's no room for bread or potatoes or cookies, all of which belong to this C initial group of foods. Samuel Ogle. Talk among yourselves, Andrew Jackson, in case I have to come to you.
Can you repeat the question?
I cannot.
Oh, okay. Carnivorous?
Not carnivorous, no. Andrew Jackson, foods like breads and potatoes and cookies, no room in a paleo diet. They all belong to this C initial group of foods, these potatoes and breads and cookies. What you got?
Calcium?
Carbohydrates. Carbs. You know, some people, they load up on carbs if they're going to run a marathon, eat lots of pasta the night before. You know, you're going to burn up all those calories. All right, no points that time. Good tries, though. Go again, please, to the green team. Is that right, Debbie? Yes. Last correct answer. Okay, Brad, go.
Let's get physical for 10.
Physical for 10 points. All right. A newly discovered type of octopus has been named Casper after the friendly ghost cartoon character because it partially lets light pass through its body, making it what? Ogle.
Translucent?
Translucent, absolutely right. Not transparent, not opaque, but the one in the middle, translucent is what we're looking for. Absolutely. Good. Go. Green.
Body systems 10.
Body for 10. All right, get ready on your buzzers. Your body has nails on your hands and feet. It also has hammers in your what? In your ears. The hammer, the anvil, in the stirrup bones in your inner ear. Nails and hammers. We thought maybe you'd make the connection there. Go again, please. Green.
Zoo parade 10.
Zoo for 10. All right. Before she became a superstar, Taylor Swift worked on her family's Christmas tree farm. Her job? To pick off the egg cases of these predatory insects whose names suggest they are very holy. Samuel Ogle.
Praying mantis.
You got that right. When I said holy, I saw the lights go on in your eyes. She picked off those praying mantis egg cases because if you get a live Christmas tree and you put it in your warm house and it's got those little cases on, pretty soon your house is filled with baby praying mantises. So that was her job. She went on to much more fame. All right, good answer. Go green.
Green things 15.
Green things for?
15.
15 points. While the saying goes that the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, little Sebastian's song in The Little Mermaid had him singing that this S initial kind of algae is always greener in somebody else's lake. Come on, Andrew Jackson.
Seaweed.
Seaweed, that's right. You got it. Good answer. You're on the board. Come on, let's get some more points. Red.
Zoo parade 15.
Zoo for 15 points. Here's your question. Had we already... Zoo for 15. Zoo for 15 points. Deep sea explorers have found hundreds of new species, including one they call a gummy squirrel. It's an invertebrate that is named for this green thing that can be pickled. Samuel Ogle.
Like a cucumber, like sea cucumber?
You got that right, a sea cucumber, absolutely right. It is a real creature. It's an invertebrate. It's also a plant. Okay. Got yourself another 15. Where? Ogle.
Physical 15.
Physical, 15 points. If you are a sound engineer and working in a large auditorium, you need to be concerned about this A-initialed science. Don't worry about the buzzer. Correct answer is the acoustics. Acoustics, yes, all right. The buzzer does mean our first round is over. Our score is 65 for Andrew Jackson, 105 for Samuel Ogle. Lots of points to give away in the second half. We hope you come back in just a few moments. And welcome back to Science Bowl. Hope you are playing along with us today and coming up with plenty of correct answers. We've got some wonderful students here as you've been watching. Let's find out a little bit more about them before I ask any more science questions. Let's go to Andrew Jackson. And Zamar, tell us about your school. Who's your principal down there?
Mr. Tweedy.
Absolutely. Back there cheering for you. And who's the coach of your team?
Dr. Spires.
Dr. Spires, and she's here with you today. She's in purple too. She's matching everybody here today. You have alternates on your team, don't you?
Yes.
Give us their first names.
Terry and Xavier.
And they're going to be out in just a few moments. We'll give them some FaceTime here. Tell me something, tell the audience something about Andrew Jackson that you're proud of, something that you brag about. Hey, I go to Andrew Jackson and we do this or we have that there.
We're fairly close with each other, the students.
Close with everybody in school. That's great. I mean, school should be like a family. You know, everybody around you and the teachers, everybody's got to be pulling for each other. That's a great observation. Zamar, tell me a little bit about yourself. You were here last year. What made you come back?
Mr. Tweedy and Dr. Spires.
Oh, that's great. What do you want to do someday?
Well, I wanted to do marine biology before, but I've kind of turned into the medical field instead, like nursing and all
And
that.
tell people where you're thinking of going.
Probably dermatology to study the skin.
Yes, there's a program here in the Prince George's schools where you can go to the community college and you can graduate with a diploma and an associate's degree. So it's a 2-for-1 there. Good luck to you. Nice to have you back. Principal, nice to have you here. Young man also interested in medicine, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what do you do in your spare time?
I listen to music and sing sometimes,
Yeah. What kind of music do you like?
like pop music.
Pop music. Yeah. Do you play any instruments yourself?
No.
No. Tell me, why'd you want to be on this show? Had you seen it before?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're happy to have you here, and we wish you well in the second half. And Natalie, nice to have you here today. Tell us what you do in your spare time.
I like to listen to music and paint.
Yeah, and do you have any career aspirations yet? Thinking about what you may want to do someday?
A cosmetologist.
Cosmetology, yeah. You know, in this business, everybody is worried about looking good. You know, with high definition, every little thing pops up, and you know. It's interesting, too, we were talking the other day about in nursing homes, one of the best things that happens there is they do people's makeup and they do their hair to make them feel better about themselves. So it's very, very important. Nice to have you here today. Let's go over to Samuel Ogle. Brad, nice to have you back again. Why'd you come back?
I just really like the Science Bowl. Like I said before, I started in elementary school in 5th grade, and I've been on it since 6th, 7th, and 8th, and now I'm in 8th grade. And it's just at the Science Bowl, it's friendly competition, it lets you answer questions, and it just lets you test your science knowledge, and I crave that, so.
Oh, it's always great having you back here. So you've grown up here on the show. This is your last year. Yeah, and we can all see how much you know about science, and you're a great captain. I like how you collaborate with your teammates over there. What do you want to do someday, Brad?
I want to be a computer engineer.
Wonderful. I know you'll be successful. Tell us who your principal is at Ogle.
Our principal is Mr. Millspot. He's a wonderful principal. He supports the students and the faculty members, and overall, he's just a really good principal.
A nice tribute. I hope he hears this. And Miss Pumphrey, who's your coach.
Yeah,
I know you have good things to say about her.
Our coach is Miss Pumphrey. She's a really good teacher. She's been helping us practice in the morning and school days. And she's been getting us ready for the competition.
Absolutely. She's been doing this for about 5 or 6 years. Karen, thank you for all that. And Brad, you had a couple alternates too. Can you give us their first names?
Sophie and Daniel.
All right, we'll bring them out in just a few moments here. Camille, nice to have you here today. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I practice the piano and violin.
Yeah, and I was asking before, there is an orchestra and a band at Samuel Ogle. And do you give performances, recitals?
Not recitals, but performances.
Performances, very nice. And someday, would you like to be maybe a professional musician? You don't have to answer that question. You got a lot of time to think about that. And yeah, just relax a little bit. It's like, there's this guy asking me all these questions here. You're doing a nice job. Good to have you here. Ben, nice to have you here today. Tell us why you wanted to do this.
Oh, in the summer of 2020, I enjoyed watching videos of past Science Bowls and thought they were very interesting. So I decided to attend the Science Bowl this year to play.
I'm so glad you did. You know, back in 2020, I think we were on Zoom, you know, so people at home had to watch, and you guys were sitting out there with masks, and it's so nice to be back here in a normal situation, playing the Science Bowl the way it was meant to be played. What do you want to do someday, Benjamin?
When I become old enough, I hope to become an anesthesiologist.
Wow, that's right. We were talking about that. You want to go to medical school. You want to get a 4.0. You just want to knock them dead with your career and your scholarship. Something tells me you're going to be successful at that. Thanks for sharing all that. Let's get back into the game. Last correct answer came from the green team. 105 to Ogle. 65 for Andrew Jackson. Come on, guys. Let's have a good second half. Brad, let's go. Go ahead, Brad.
Body system 15.
Body systems for 15 points. How many of you play soccer or know something about soccer? You know, heading a soccer ball, boom, can lead to dizziness and headaches and even long-term damage. Involves hitting the ball with this part of your head, the area between the eyebrows and the scalp line. What's that area known as, Ogle?
The forehead glabella.
Forehead is correct. Absolutely. That's all I needed. Good answer. Thank you for your help, Ben. Go, Brad.
Science potpourri 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. There was a movie called E.T. years ago. The big eyes on E.T., the extraterrestrial in the movie of the same name, were modeled on the real-life eyes of this most famous scientist, famous for his theory of relativity. Who was that scientist, Samuel Ogle?
Einstein?
Yeah, Einstein, absolutely right. And there's that famous picture of him sticking his tongue out at people on his 42nd birthday because he didn't want to have his picture taken. Now it is memorialized. Everybody knows that picture. Good answer. Go, Green.
Dateline 15.
Dateline, 15 points. Let's talk feces. Feces discovered in an ancient toilet in the Middle East showed evidence of dysentery, a disease characterized by diarrhea and caused by one of these P-initialed organisms. P-initialed organisms causing diseases. Samuel Ogle.
Did you guys know P-initial organism?
No answer there, no answer. Andrew Jackson, you have a chance to, you've pondered that. All right, these archaeologists, they found this fossilized feces and they could tell by examining it that the person who released it suffered from dysentery, which is a kind of diarrhea caused by what kind of P-initial creature?
Parasites.
Parasite, yeah, good. I knew it was worth the wait. Good, go Red.
Okay, which one? Green things 20.
Green things for 20 points. Scientists are testing a skin patch that will protect children for up to a year who are allergic to these legumes. Samuel Ogle.
Peanuts?
Peanuts, yeah. Those peanut allergies, now they got a patch for that. It's not as critical as it once was because it used to be you couldn't even be close to a peanut if you had that allergy. Go, Green.
Physical 20.
Physical, 20 points. Here we go. All right. Scientists now think, get this, that they can generate electricity out of thin air by tapping into this weather variable, which is measured by an instrument called a hygrometer. Hygrometer. A hygrometer measures what in the air? Samuel Ogle.
Air pressure?
Yes, sir.
Air pressure?
Not air pressure. Good try. Andrew Jackson. A hygrometer measures what variable in the air?
Humidity?
Humidity, absolutely. You're pulling those rabbits out of the hat. Good job. Go, Red. Humidity it is.
Okay. What? Okay. Let's get physical 25.
Physical for 25. The big one in that category is as follows. Who knew that bumblebees have to make a choice when they visit a flower? Should we lap up the nectar or suck up the nectar with their tongues? It's all based on the thickness and the flow rate of the nectar, a condition described by this V-initialed word. Describes the thickness and the flow rate of the nectar. Samuel Ogle.
We have time.
All right.
Volume?
What's that?
Volume?
Not volume. That's a good try. Not volume. V-initialed word describes the flow rate and the thickness of the nectar. Come on, Samara.
Velocity?
Ooh, that's good. I thought you were saying it's viscosity. It's something that is viscous. Viscosity, yeah. It's like ketchup. You know, it doesn't flow because it's so viscous. It's like, you know, you're shaking that ketchup. It's going to take its old time. Okay, go. Nice try, both teams. Go Green. Green or Red? Who gave me the last correct answer? Red team? Good. Zamara.
Dateline science 25.
Dateline for 25 points. When the Ingenuity helicopter flew on Mars, the first ever powered flight on another planet, NASA said this is reminiscent of these brothers' first powered flight here on Earth. Samuel Ogle.
The Wright brothers?
The Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright. That is correct. Good answer. Go.
Body system 20.
Body, 20 points. Multiple choice. If your grandparents are suffering from Pyorrhea, P-Y-O-R-R-H-E-A. Do they have ringing in their ears, shaking in their hands, or bleeding gums? Pyorrhea. All right, got 3 choices there. Have one, Andrew Jackson, in case I come to you. Brad, Benjamin, Camille, what you got? Which one?
Bleeding gum?
You got that right. PY refers to fire. So it is like fiery gums in there. They start to bleed. Good parsing of that word there. Go again, Green.
Should we just go for 5?
Yes, sir.
Zoo Parade 5.
Zoo for 5. Be careful with this one. We tricked one of the judges, so be careful. These largest mammals in North America can't fly, but people love to eat their wings dipped in barbecue sauce. Andrew Jackson.
Chicken?
No. Largest mammal in North America? Samuel Ogle, this largest animal in North America can't fly, but people love to eat their wings dipped in barbecue sauce.
Buffalo.
Buffalo! Comes the dawn. Buffalo wings, actually. You know why they call them buffalo wings? They're not named there. Buffalo, New York is where they were invented. Ah, okay. We had fun with that one. Go, Green. Reset the light, please, Debbie. Thank you. Brad.
Green things 5.
Green for 5. Big words, simple answer. Arabica and Robusta are the most common beans used in making this popular caffeinated beverage. Samuel Ogle.
Beans, coffee.
Coffee, yeah, coffee beans is what we're talking about there. All right, go again.
Body System 5.
Body for 5. You know, if you decided this morning that you were too nervous and afraid to go on the Science Bowl, people would say that these extremities chilled. In other words, you got cold what? Samuel Ogle?
Feet.
Yeah, but you didn't get cold feet. You all showed up, you went through. We're proud of you for doing that. Go, Green.
Physical 5.
Physical for 5 points. If you don't get enough sleep, it's often caused by drinking too much coffee, a cup which often contains 100 mg's of caffeine. Mg, Andrew Jackson, stands for what?
Milligrams?
Milligram, that's right. Good. Thank you, Natalie. Go, Zamara.
Which one?
You need some points here.
Okay. Science potpourri 25.
All right, that's the way to do it. 25 points in potpourri. As good as raw cookie dough tastes. I love it. I bet you like that too. The Centers for Disease Control warns against eating it since raw flour can contain E. coli bacteria, and the raw eggs in the dough can carry this S-initialed bacterium. Samuel Ogle.
Salmonella.
Oh, you almost fell off the set that time. You guys all knew that. It is salmonella. Like your energy. Good, go.
Dateline 5.
Dateline 5 points. The winning word in this year's National Spelling Bee, Samophile, P-S-A-M-M-O-P-H-I-L-E, the P is silent, describes creatures that love to live in this substance found all over the world's beaches. Zamara.
Sand.
Sand is right. Yes, ma'am. Good, go.
Green things 25.
Green for 25 points. All right, a foul, it's not surprising that a foul-smelling plant in Asia needs to parasitize other plants to get nutrients because it has lost these cellular structures where photosynthesis actually takes place. Give me the name of those structures, Samuel Ogle.
Leaves?
No, not leaves. Andrew Jackson, name these cellular structures where photosynthesis actually takes place. Something in the cells of the plant.
Chloroplast?
Chloroplast. That's exactly what I hear. Got yourself 25 points. I love that. Good. Go.
Zoo Parade 25.
Zoo for 25. Let's get this one too. It's a visual question, everybody. Look at the monitor. You know, beetles are often overlooked as plant pollinators, especially these beetles with long snouts. These beetles are better known by what W initialed name? All right, this will be the last question of the game.
The Pokemon?
What animal was that, Brad? W initial.
Is it like the Weevil?
It is a Weevil for 25 points. Yes, thank you, Camille, for your help on that. All right, we've had a great game. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back after checking the score, double checking it with a wrap-up. We'll see you in a moment. And welcome back. What a great game today. I hope you enjoyed this at home as much as we did here in the studio. What players we had today. You know, they gave it their all and they were smiling throughout. And not only are they great science students, they're great sports. They've been congratulating each other. Our final tally today is Andrew Jackson, 135, Samuel Ogle, 265. Congratulations. Nice round of applause for that Samuel Ogle team. All right, Brad, your streak continues here. Tell us who's behind you there.
We have Sophie, we have Miss Pumphrey, and Daniel.
Thank you all for being here. Congratulations. And a round of applause for that Andrew Jackson team. It rained on purple here today, a purple rain. We got some great teams over here. Zamara, tell us who's back there.
This is Xavier, Dr. Spires, and Terry.
You guys did a great job here today, and thank you for coming back to play our game. Don't be such a stranger. Come back every year now. We want to see you. Thank you for being here today. Till next time, I'm Dave Zarin. Thanks for watching the Science Bowl. Bye-bye.